It's pretty violent, you know.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
I've never seen the dead action version.
Dead
I've
action.
never seen any version of Cowboy Bebop. It was the name. The name turned me off. I had no interest in watching it.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting because I watched the cartoon version, if you will, a long time ago.
Anime.
And the live action version is, especially like if you watch like the first couple episodes, it's like identical. It like literally is identical. There are even scenes from the cartoon that they've recreated in the live action. I mean, you can envision what's going on there. So if you haven't seen it, it's probably good because the whole thing will be fresh. You know, it's like you won't have that deja vu feeling. But yeah, I thought it was good. A lot of people don't like it.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of people don't like everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, it's a new show. I hate it.
I hate it.
I'm watching The Wheel of Time and loving it, and it's amazing how
Yep.
many people online are tearing it to shreds because it's not exactly what they expected it to be.
It's not verbatim from the book. Oh.
Exactly. They're like, oh no, they skipped this semicolon. Like, go away.
I think I've watched the first 4 now. Well, the fourth one only twice, but I've watched them all 3 times. And
every episode
really
is better.
enjoyed it.
Every episode is
It's
even
just-
better than the previous one.
And each episode makes me more and more want to go and read the books. Like I have them all on my Kindle; they're loaded up. I've read the the prologue, where it's what's his face talking to dude with
Prologue.
what's her name, and I'm just trying not to do any spoilers.
Got it.
I did the
Yep.
thing at the place.
Was that pretty spoiler free?
The guy with the shirt.
The guy with the face who spoke words.
Yeah.
With the hair?
He talks to the woman with the braid.
No, not the one with
which
the
is
hair.
every woman.
With the hair. Dang it.
It's the TV show is actually I'm really really enjoying it, especially the end of the 4th episode. Like, oh, I got chills. That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So good.
I haven't watched the full episode yet. I've watched the first 3 several times, but I haven't seen the 4th one yet.
Well,
Too
let me
busy
tell you,
bebopping. This is how it goes.
you've read the book.
I have read the book.
The Book of Seas. It's a dodecology or something like that. Tetradecology. That's what it is. I looked it up. I was trying to be impressive.
I was impressed. Anyone else?
So
No one?
good,
No
that's
one?
for sure.
Okay. It's fine. Jeez.
So
Tetra.
wanted to tell you guys
No
live
respect. No respect.
that I'm pushing back the vignettes one last week, simply because I started grad school. I'm going to be like busy as all crap, and we're recording 4 episodes for Rocks and Rune Lords this week, so we won't have to record any in December. So, last time, everything's ready. It's just I don't have time this week for an extra, beyond the 6 hours recording for Rocks. I won't have time to do more vignettes with this. So next week we'll get it done. I promise. Scout's honor. It's been a while. That's not it.
Oh, stop that. Heath, what is your snack of today?
The Pepperidge Farm cookie.
Milk chocolate macadamia cookies.
Ooh.
Mm.
Is it white chocolate?
So the
macadamia?
girls got gingerbread houses. They're making gingerbread houses, and so I got these. Fair trade.
That sounds
trade.
fair.
Yeah, they're.
Oh, Sausalito. What were the
Still
ones?
Stefan
What are
paid
the-
for a sponsorship.
Oh yeah, are we gonna get banned for that? Oops, sorry.
We're not affiliates yet.
Pepperidge Farms.
How many people are on the stream? 5. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Nobody tell.
Yeah.
I
Shelly,
like the
Shelly
ones
and
that are-
Cowart.
Yes, and us, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like the whatever shape that is,
Oval.
and they're kind of thin with like the flaky
Yeah, the mint.
cookie with the
Oh
chocolate.
gosh, what is it called?
They're not
Yeah,
mint,
the
though.
chocolate.
They're just straight up chocolate, like
Oh,
regular.
yeah, you're right. They make a mint version, but they've got the plain dark chocolate version too.
That's the one.
Oh,
I like, the
Milano.
dark chocolate. Yeah, the Milanos. Oh,
Those
Yes,
forget
those are
about it.
good.
They're just gone. I mean,
those are good.
I lionfish those things. Just
That reminds me when I was at UT the first time, me and my roommate would get these cans of like this fruit, like Minute Maid fruit punch stuff, and it was so good. We called it crap because you drink it and you're like, crap, it's gone. I gotta get another one.
we call them scrap.
Yeah, so it's called.
That's a seller.
Yeah.
Sip crap.
No, you have to make the noise. Oh, and my roommate at the time, Mike, was Ace. So
Shenanigans, not a real name.
it is a real name. It's truth. He exists. He's even on the Discord server now.
I know. I spoke to him and you at the same time. It was very confusing.
Yeah, how much more real can you get at that point?
I mean, it's pretty easy to simulate a human being over the internet, I think. I'm not real.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're not even the right setup.
I think that, you know what? I think one of the best things that have come out of AI recently is
Inverted.
the chat bots that can like write stories and poetry.
Oh
It's
god.
just, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It
Some
is
of it's-
so good.
Some of it's just downright creepy too.
Oh yeah.
I like some of the art that I see. The AI generated art. I mean, some of that stuff
Yeah.
is wild.
It's very wild. It's absolutely. It's definitely an acid trip.
That's exactly what it
that.
looks like. If I
I
knew
was
what it was.
I was reading something. I think it was today, and it was an AI generated obituary,
Mhm.
and it was 9 kinds of wrong. It was so funny. It's like, instead of sending flowers, give them more life.
I mean, can't fault the logic.
Yeah.
The one that I really like is thispersondoesnotexist.com. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh yes.
Every time you go to the page, it generates a new photo, and it's a
Mhm.
generated photo. It's not a photo of a real human being, but they look pretty real. And yeah, it's great whenever you're doing like a Delta Green or something that's like a modern day role playing game, to just take those and just use them as characters. Like, here's an
There's a-
NPC, and you just literally go there, copy the image, and throw it at your players, and just say, "This is this person."
That's
The non-person.
that is a generated image.
Yes, every one of them is a generated image. Every time you refresh, you get a new one. It's amazing.
No.
There's a similar website. I think it's This Word Does Not Exist. And it generates dictionary entries for non-words, and they're fantastic. It's completely convincing. It's like, this could be a real word, and it's not.
So what we're saying is Boulder Dash is solved by AI at this point.
I am very impressed. I expected like lesser quality images here, but these are wow.
I occasionally get one where like the eyes are just wrong, or there's like some weird artifact that just you just like, what? This person's foot is growing out of their shoulder. What is going on?
Holy
But
crap.
most of them are amazing. Like, it is.
Hold on. I had an idea. I need to do this. I gotta figure this
I don't
out.
like it. I don't like it because they're staring at you.
Somebody doesn't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
no, they're all looking into your soul.
Mm,
And they have none. They are soulless.
that's so wild.
It's the beginning of Skynet. Ah!
I mean, at this point, you could just generate images for whatever social media network that you wanted to make. Yeah.
Matt, this is the middle of Skynet. I'm not really sure why you think this is the start. This has been going on for a while.
We're at the intermission of Skynet right now.
Yeah. This is Skynet's midlife crisis.
Yeah, that reminds me another article. I think robots to deliver food. Did you see that?
Mhm.
So they've got these like platforms, and instead of the hostesses delivering food, they'll put it on plates and press a button and take it to the table.
Mhm.
And of course, there are people that don't like that. But there are lots of people that do like it because it's like, okay, there's your food, you're done. And because the food comes faster, right? They can just load it up and press a button. It's not sitting under heat lamps.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're hungover, you don't have to make the small chat with the serving staff.
I guess you order with your phone or something, and it just this little thing rolls up with your food. And it's like, people hate robots. They're never going to embrace AI. I'm like, too late. Little do people know that AI is controlling much more than you realize.
It's embraced you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, no, I'm not sleeping tonight. That's great. I'll be up at night. I'll be up all night thinking about the nuclear bombs hitting LA.
You sleep at
Oh,
night?
that's too overt. It will not be that. It will be your 401k.
You guys want to welcome our new player on the stream here? So,
Say again?
I said we just welcome our new player here on the stream. I'm sure this person exists. I mean,
is that from
the
website?
Yeah.
I hate it. Look how they stare at you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They have eyes.
Yeah,
I know, but they don't have to look straight at the camera. I mean, every single one of them that I looked at, they all were just like, not even creepily, just like casually staring at you. I don't like it. I don't like when people stare at me.
It's because when the AI was like harvesting these people's faces, they were like looking right at it at that moment.
Kelwart said that guy's name is John Jonerson.
Jonerson, get in here.
Jonerson.
Oh God! All right. So speaking of faces, last week you guys,
oh no, what have we done?
Destroyed a chair that was upholstered with the dead faces of dozens of beings made of bone, gigantic. You guys walked in. Tarathia, you scoped ahead, and it didn't notice you. You just saw it kind of in the day in the life of a creepy ass chair, pulling faces taut against its back and against the webbing underneath the armrest. You guys decided to murder it without asking questions, which that's fair enough. And
it started it.
Pretty epic combat ensued.
Was there a chance for a social encounter with the murder chair? Is that what you're saying?
You're oh shoot, I just watched this thing about Fallout New Vegas speed run in like, I don't know, 6 minutes. And the whole time all they're doing is boosting their not diplomacy, I forgot what it's called in the game. Anyway, your skill level for diplomacy was not high enough to initiate that dialogue set of dialogue. No, it didn't give him much of a choice. You walked in, it tried to scare the bejesus out of you, which it actually did scare Tarathiel, right? Didn't you fail your wisdom save?
Yes, Tarathiel is outside. in case it does a Friday the 13th final jump scare.
However, in the end, you vindicated the creature. Oh, I've lost my notes. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, because of that, and this was a pretty badass creature, right? I mean, between the three of you, it pretty much mangled Farazan pretty badly. So, for your enjoyment, I'll start with Farazan.
Oh no.
You have unlocked an achievement.
Oh boy.
The achievement is called O negative. Because you're drained of almost your entire maximum hit points worth of hit points from a blood draining effect, you are now resistant to blood draining damage.
Oh good.
Not the effects, any other effects, but just the damage of blood draining effects. So you're resistant, you take half damage. You're a free bleeder,
Nice.
but that makes you tough against it. So O negative is the name of that one.
Resistant.
Heath.
Also would have accepted universal donor.
That's what O negative is. So.
Yes.
I know.
So just to get the wording right, resistant to blood drain damage.
Just the damage. So if it has other effects like
Mhm.
whatever,
Insanity.
negative levels, insanity, anything else, not that.
So
Just
you're
the
12
actual
vampire.
damage from a blood draining effect.
Excellent.
Khaldun
Hmm.
spent your entire combat defending your friends, jumping into combat as a wizard to wrestle this gigantic chair, all the while maintaining until the very end your concentration on the spell that very much may be the reason you won the combat, allowing Farazan to do the damage that needed to be done. So you have unlocked the achievement Hogan.
Hogan's Heroes.
No,
Hulk
wrong
Hogan.
Hogan.
Oh, Hulk.
Oh, nice.
Wrong Hogan.
Wrong Hogan, brother.
So what this achievement gives you is you now have advantage on your concentration checks when maintaining a spell on a single ally.
Nice.
So like that spell specific, if it affects multiple people, it does not work. If it affects yourself, it does not work. It has to be one ally, a spell that you have to concentrate on. You have advantage on concentration checks.
That is really nice.
Kind of specific. I'm trying to keep these neat, but like
Yeah.
not overwhelming.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And finally, last but not least,
Let me guess.
You-
It's called Sir Robin.
no, this one's actually called Brains.
Fingers
Because
crossed.
You using your psychic damage, psychic attacks, attacking an undead creature and beating it down pretty significantly. You now have the ability to cause bleed against undead, intelligent undead, for 1 round. Equal. Let me step back. It's very specific. When you critically hit an intelligent undead, you give it a psychic bleed damage that does as much damage as the total dice you roll for 1 round. So, if you roll 2d6 for psychic for your sneak attack, and it also has to be a sneak attack crit. So it's very, very specific. But you apply a bleed to that undead till the next round for the next round. So it's an extra probably 7-8 points of damage by the time it becomes effective again. And that one's called Brains.
Cool. Awesome.
They take effect now, but you're out of combat.
We should find some more undead
Intelligent undead.
for science.
Yeah. So let me hide. You stand beside him. Make sure they're smart, and I'm going to blast it. And hopefully, I roll a 20. See, I figured it's probably pretty good for you because you've got that extra critical.
Yeah, he crit fish is bad.
Yeah, and you've got the super
Super advantage.
Super advantage. Thank you. So enjoy those achievements that you've now unlocked. And the chair is now slowly crumbling to the ground. We're going to pick up right where we left off last time. Oh, I guess I should take a look at roll 20.
So now that we've sort of tussled with this thing, can I determine what it is?
Yeah,
Other
you
than
can
just terrible.
You can give me a knowledge check.
Or like what kind of knowledge? Arcana. Okay.
Or religion, because it's an undead. I'll allow that too. Whichever.
I'll have. Hang on, let me turn on roll 20. Beyond 20, go. All right.
Is it dead?
Arcana incoming.
Did I hit it?
No, I rolled
Natural
a 1.
Okay.
I have no idea what this is.
As Wes likes to say in Rocks and Relords, the dice have told the story, right? Because you have never heard or have seen anything like this before ever. Like it's almost, you consider it basically a unique creature. You've never seen anything like this before in your life.
I thought it was really a construct of some kind first.
Yeah, no, it's completely
flesh golem chair.
Yeah, undead flesh golem chair.
Yes, all the best.
And you guys could feel like palpable cold evil as you walked into the room, into its true center of its lair. So this was a vile creature that you came up across. However, you have no clue what it is, except for dead.
Is it really dead? Someone poke it.
I will burn it. I do that. Like
Cast a little
you know,
bonfire.
bonfire the damn thing. It's kind of cold here anyway.
It killed Auric.
Yes, it did.
At
At least I hope it did. Is Orc dead? I hope he's dead.
His face is missing, right?
Yes. I mean, for his sake, I hope he's dead.
Yeah, if he's not dead, he's not happy. No,
I've
he's
seen Face Off. That's survivable.
he is obviously dead.
Okay.
So are the two goblins. And it's not like they're just missing their face. They've been massacred.
Dismantled.
Yeah. Mostly pierced and slammed. You can see where the bone chair had like these long sharp bone-like, very
Scalpels.
much scalpel fingers. Yeah, kind of like the very beginning of playing Torment, where he's in the. Anyway, doesn't matter. Right now. Words. It's been a long day. Words are failing me. So, what do you guys plan on doing? As a reminder, this room is open. The path you came in here. Also, this back pathway is open as well, and you're standing there. So let's open it up a little bit because you guys have some sight. And I don't remember if we discussed dark vision, dim light, and
Yep.
Okay, we did that last week. Okay.
Perception.
Yeah.
Well, just like if you have dark vision and you're in dim light, it's as though you're in bright light.
Bright light. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And I've got the light is cast on my staff. Is that still going, or is that concentration as well?
No, it's not. No, light is a pretty cool spell. It's not concentration. Lasts an hour.
Yeah, you definitely still got that then. So let me open this up a bit.
Tarathiel will, with respect and reverence, search Auric's body.
So okay. Besides his regular clothing, he is actually carrying a water skin.
Geyser.
I know what that does.
I say geyser.
You
No,
right?
I don't say. I don't say geyser. No, I don't.
You wait until Tarathiel's like looking into it, like, oh, I think it's empty. Guys,
Yeah, it's obvious. It's the water skin that he had that he was casting the water out of for sure. Wow, I am really brain dead tonight. Words. Yeah, so you're looking across almost a chasm. It's pretty deep. You can see on the declination line, it's 75 feet deep, and you can see all the way across to the other side to another cavern wall. And that's just from where you're standing now. You haven't jumped in, you haven't gone any closer. Just literally where you're standing, that's what you see. Let's go.
So thinking about where we've been, there's not really anything that we've seen that connects to this sort of lava tube, right?
Correct. Not that
Okay.
you can think of. No.
All right.
lava tubes.
And so is that a ladder? It's kind of like a ladder.
It is a weird drawing. I thought it was a door until I read the description of the room. That is just an open, just a passageway, an open passageway in the corner of the room that leads into that wide, deep
Abyss.
cavern. Yes.
It's like it's got one of those like museum cloth bollard things that say "Do not cross."
Yeah.
Like the movie
Yeah.
theater ropes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Which everybody at least I always.
Yes. Cherry McChairface is safety conscious.
It's afraid for his dead corpses
Goblins.
to fall out 75 feet.
So what you're saying is this adventure has been really fun, but this last encounter was the cherry on top.
Oh no.
All right, you just you have de-inspiration. You're now level 1 again.
You
That's right.
again.
You
You're
get some kind of
uninspired for 17 episodes.
some kind
Do
of
what?
achievement.
DG, yes,
You're
DG.
achieved.
You are
Whatever that
achieved.
may be, you have it.
No idea.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Should we look at the other bodies as well? I guess
The goblins.
They're probably not carrying anything fun, but we'll have a look.
Sure.
The two these are adepts. You've pat some down before. They both have potions of invisibility.
Oh, wow.
One,
Okay.
That's total 2, 1 each, and they both have light wound, cure light wounds, or the 2d4 plus 2 healing potion.
Just cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Yeah.
Do you mind if I have one of those?
You know, both.
Yeah.
There
No.
you go for it.
Please, thank you. Thank you.
And together, 38 silver.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Rich.
We are rich.
I can get that
got
little
the
place in the hills
monies.
that I've always wanted.
We are on.
38
upwards
silver, it would
here.
be a very little place.
I want a stone from Avila. All right. So you guys have moved up to the bodies. Just nothing weird's happening. I'm just trying to open this up as we go, so I don't have to do it later.
Yeah, I'll step over to the non-ladder and just look out into the abyss.
3, 4. All right.
Jeez,
You can
another
see.
minimum roll on healing. Good grief.
Jeez Louise, that is literally minimum. That's double ones.
Yeah, I rolled a
After
1.
24.
You rolled 2 1s. We're rocking.
Yep.
Getting them out of the way.
Well, I don't know if you want to get those out of the way when you're healing.
mean-
Let's see.
Well, do you want to take a short rest for Zon? Do you want to like stretch and refit your armor?
Wipe off all the blood.
Go change your.
Stitch up the holes in his back where he's got like fang marks in his back. Yeah. I don't know if I can mechanically do anything that would.
Do you have any hit dice left?
Oh, I do. I do have two hit dice left. So yeah. So Fairzon will say that would be much appreciated if we could take just a short time to rest.
All right.
Sounds good.
You're gonna do a short rest, yeah.
Yes.
You can do it here in this chamber of horrors, or do you want to go back to that same room that you took your long rest in?
And then,
I think this room's pretty safe now.
Okay.
I mean, if this thing was here, people probably wouldn't come here, right?
That's kind of the thought you get. There's,
They
you know,
may have...
looking around.
Sorry.
It's all right. Looking around, you don't see that there's much traffic comes back here at all. It looks like things come back here to die.
Yeah, imagine
Yes.
that. Fairzon says they may
So you-
notice the mist has dissipated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate, whenever you landed the final blow on the chair, all those effects that have been throughout this entire area, even the not really the floor above, but like the last map when you first walked down, there was mist all over the ground. There were these smells of fresh earth and decay. Your shadows were long and gaunt, sometimes moving on their own. All that just immediately began to dwindle away as soon as you killed the chair.
This
I
was
mean-
the chair of evilness.
If you thought this thing was here, how soon would you come investigate if you thought maybe it had moved on? I think maybe we might have a little while.
Yeah. While he is resting to restore hit dice, I am
Okay.
going to be ritual casting Alarm.
All right.
And the reason I'm doing that is to recharge my ward.
Your shield. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So I do want to point out. I don't know if I give you enough sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you see across the chasm there is another very similar looking open way.
Those look
My-
like ladders to me
Oh,
because
well,
it's the same idea.
It looks like it maybe once upon a time was some sort of rope bridge, maybe that spanned across.
Okay.
But there's no, I mean, just based on the picture alone, there's no indication. There's no frayed ropes, but it does make sense because you can see just on the edge of it, that's the same height that you're standing on, and then that this cavern below is 75, 80 feet deep. So, Khaldun, you are going to be doing some ritual casting. Farazan
Yes.
is licking his wounds. Tarathiel, is there anything you want to do for the next hour?
I was also wounded, so I spent a couple of hit dice to rest.
Oh, so you're gonna take a short. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody, while you're taking a short rest, give me a regular perception check. No disadvantage.
Perception.
An amazing
18.
7 from Farazan.
All right. Khaldun, you definitely. So you're not actually resting. So you cast your spell. Once that spell's done, I imagine you're just kind of keeping an eye on, making sure nobody's sneaking up on you or whatever. You hear in the distance footsteps, and they don't sound like the regular, like you've been hearing goblins. Goblins are barefoot, small, light. You hear heavy, ironclad, iron boots, walking, almost like doing a patrol, but they don't make it up to your area.
We're
So
still mentally connected, I believe. We had 5 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, you had. Yep.
Okay, so I'll let everybody know what I hear.
Off in this area, I'm just kind of pinging the general area,
Yeah. Okay, and the big cave complex there.
and it's echoing through, but you know it's coming from that direction. The short rest is complete. No problems.
So, if we think back to the vampire, bugbear, hobgoblin thing,
I'd prefer not to.
was it wearing armor?
It was not wearing metal armor. It was wearing leathers, big, heavy, like almost
Okay.
like a not deck coat, like a leather duster coat.
Studded. Okay. All right.
He was a gunslinger.
But who knows how
Yes.
many friends he had. He seemed to have a talent for making friends.
If not friends, it was at least being able to influence people. He tried to get into my mind.
I've read that
Oh
book.
yeah.
I'm glad you got that reference.
All right.
Anyway, Farazan, it's a steel trap up there, and he just pokes your forehead if he can reach it.
Ow.
Taps with a dagger, poison dripping out. Ah.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. All right, where to? Do we want to go and investigate these boots or keep delving?
Maybe if it's in the area, might
So-
be able to sneak up there and look.
The sound you heard lasted maybe 5-8 minutes and then stopped.
Okay.
It's not still continuing now, but it was definitely in that direction.
Whoever it is standing very still.
Yes. With a bow, lots of bows.
Tarathiel will sneak out there and try and have a look on that landing to see if
All
he
right.
can see anything.
He phased
Give
right
me
through the
your
wall.
stealth, please.
Stealth. Do. 21.
Amazing.
It's pretty
Okay.
Nice.
You step out onto the ledge, and you're 70 feet up, so it's, you got the high ground. You don't see anything. You see everything that you've already seen previously. You don't see anything new.
There's no one there now.
Okay.
And I'm not going to jump down because it'll take me another 25 minutes to climb back up.
Do you want us to come take a look as well?
Are you doubting my vision?
No, but I do have this glowing staff that may, at the very least, attract some attention.
Yeah, it would definitely do that. There's this room down here to the south. You want to look at that?
So we have. I know that there was some
Oh, that's a
beds,
deep
Good
room.
grief.
some goblin-y beds over here, right?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yes, those are definitely goblin worn beds. You got what, 120 feet of dark vision or something crazy like that?
60 feet of dark vision.
12 squares. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I have an
much
aura. You should be able to see the edge of it.
Oh, that is freaking handy. Bam, there you go.
Boom. It's so good I have to zoom out.
Oh, there's a door.
There's the door right there, 15 feet away from you to the south. And this is, I think somebody mentioned, this is probably the deepest you've seen.
Is the door open or closed?
It's closed.
Yes.
I found a chamber. The door's shut. I'm going to try and get in.
Sure.
Farazan will come into the room, but kind of away. Actually, I'll probably stick around this so his staff doesn't announce their presence too much.
It's like,
Well, Khaldoon's lit up like a Christmas tree too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
reckon my dark vision, Farazan.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Forgot about that. I get out of the way too.
All right, so you're in the dark.
I mean, does the door look trapped?
Give me a perception.
Well, okay. So while he's investigating, I'll give him some light, but before he opens it, I'll move.
Okay, gotcha.
17.
17 looks clear, and it's definitely not locked.
All right. So now I move back.
All right. I'll open the door.
Open the door and
kinda-
just see.
Kind of want to knock just for the lols, but he won't. He'll try and open the door quietly.
Housekeeping.
You see 3 more of those moldy straw pallets laying in the heaps against the eastern wall. Has a door to the south. This is all messed up. Forget this. It's got the 3 pallets. It looks like there may have been a pen, like a animal pen, set up in the corner here once upon a time. But whatever
Like a
was here,
warg?
no, much smaller. More
Oh,
like
okay.
a real dog size. But whatever was there is long gone. And you see rat droppings, but nothing excessive. Not giant turds, just little bitty pellets.
Grace. Trether will try not to touch
Let's
anything.
give you all the information.
Is this some kind of stairway down?
It
Is
is.
that what this is?
Oh, I didn't open that up. Yeah, it goes back down to where you had that major brawl earlier. And you actually remember one of those 2 dead acolytes or adepts that ran away from the fight, came up these stairs,
Right.
and apparently made its
Got
way
eaten.
into the chamber and made
Oh crap! Wrong turn.
Yes, for sure.
Somehow I've run directly into the murder lair.
Oh no, the chair's back.
All right. Where to?
Well, there's some other places on the left side of the map. You see that there's another door over there, and
Yeah,
there's
there's a
also
door
a
there.
ravine. Yeah. Y'all want to walk over there and look at it?
And I'm guessing this is another stairwell, right?
It's kind of
That's actually like a small crevice. It goes down. No, those aren't stairs. That's just a poor representation of a long, 15-foot long hole in the ground. But these are actually stairs.
Okay.
That you're walking on currently.
Farazan, if you had a shield, we could slide down here to be sweet. All right.
I do have a shield.
Why did you let me walk down? What?
Because
What did I just say?
I could cast grease.
You failed to say the keyword cowabunga to activate the shield.
That's right. Kill the big bad evil guy, and all of a sudden it is a water park.
Yes.
Greasy water park.
What's a cowabunga? All right. Do we want to head for the door, or do we want to check out this middle passage first?
Well, let's check. We're middle passage. That's where we are.
Yep.
Let's walk on down there.
Sounds good to me.
Mental passage.
Drathil is still doing his best to sneak ahead when he's not in direct light.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trying
I'm
to-
gonna give you space so you can be
At-
sneaky.
At this point, it is the sound of clinking armor echoing down through the halls. I mean, it's not a visual thing at this point. You are just
Well,
you're
he
a
can
pilot.
he can still. I mean, we'll draw
Yes.
the attention, and he can
Yes.
still stab him in the neck.
He may be out of sight, but you guys are echoing all
Oh, yeah.
throughout these halls now. But I opened it up, and it looks like it continues on down southeast.
If we keep going, we're going to hit magma.
Magma.
Is it still?
Or
What's the
lava.
temperature like down there?
I'm never sure which is which.
Hey, I like that you can see around the corner here.
Good question. Is it getting warm?
No, it's actually cool. I mean, it's subterranean temperatures, like in an actual, like a cave.
68 degrees.
Celsius.
I was gonna say,
no,
Ah,
that would
that
be.
sounds.
We would be baking a lot.
What is that?
All right.
Drachma.
So
Yes. It
So it
looks like it
connects.
comes back
I got
around.
nothing. How far down do we need to go? I mean, we just trying to find Drakthar or
Well,
I
it'd be
see.
interesting to see if there's anything down here, and then I guess go back to the door.
right?
Anything around that corner?
So I don't know if this is obvious. It may be kind of difficult to see on roll 20, but there is a ledge up here.
Yes.
Up here.
Here we
There's
go.
no
Yeah.
ledge.
Oh,
Similar to those that you've seen, that you've been up on, all that are
Oh,
kind of all throughout.
okay.
There is
Yeah.
a ledge there.
and that little, those little segmented thing right there, are those climbable as a stairway, sort of, or like what we had on the other side?
Point out what you're talking about again.
This thing?
No, it's like a ravine. It's
That's
going down.
that was the ravine you were talking about. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't go very deep. It's just a gash in the ground.
There's non-stairs and non-ladders.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
No chutes, no ladders.
no shoots. No.
They're
ladders.
just pretty.
That doesn't sound like a Tarathiel thing.
Well, let's see what's at the bottom of this, and then we'll come back up.
Trail goes bloop.
I feel like
Hey!
we're gonna go off the map.
And it does continue on down
To hell.
beyond that.
To the
hell.
center of the earth.
It narrows. I'm going to show you real quick. Hang on just 1 second.
We could do this forever.
Yeah, later.
And
Speaking of,
this
does anybody
is
have survival? See if we can maybe
Oh, for Pete's
find
sake.
signs of this dude.
Oh boy.
I'm changing the map on you there, Jamie.
Good grief. How
Oh,
big is this bloody map?
not small.
All the size.
You see it continues on going south and still declining.
Down.
Still going down, down, down.
I've got a bag of ball bearings. Fairsoft's equipment. I'm half tempted to just take it and sling it down the hallway.
Cast,
Switch it back.
Wake up the
cast
dragon.
light on one of them and just roll it away.
Oh, yeah, where did
See
this
how
go?
far you can see it go.
The hell's going on?
Just imagine somewhere down in the Underdark, something that has never seen light before, just sees this shiny marble roll past. What the hell's that?
And eats it.
A new deity is born. Light ball.
We could do this forever. This
Yeah,
passage.
why don't we go back to the door?
I think we might make it all the way down to sea level if we keep going.
What are you talking about? The door, this door here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do we want to? Does Farzan want to climb this ledge and have a look,
Sure.
or somebody with athletics?
It may connect
Keldon could
around
probably do that too.
to that door.
I can climb, or we can see if we can go around. It's up to you.
Climb away.
What's that?
Climb away.
Climb away. Climbing away. Climbing away. Athletics check.
He'll
Athletics
stand
check.
with his
Yes.
back to the wall, just watching you.
Disadvantage because it's dark. No, I'm joking.
Good job, buddy.
Athletics 7. can't seem to get
A
any
1.
good-
He rolled a 1.
Still, there's no automatic
Oh my
fails.
gosh.
But you don't make any progress at all.
Okay. Hold on.
You got this.
Maybe we should go to the door.
Is this how you do it?
Is this how you do it? I really don't have any climbing gear on. Well, I've got hammer and pitons and rope, but I don't really
Axe
think
and
that that's going
forks.
to help me
It would-
climb.
It would, yeah. If you're using the hammer and pitons, you could absolutely make the DC much, much lower.
How much lower? I assume
Well-
it would take a lot longer too.
Too
Yeah, and
much
it'd be
is-
loud. It'd also be loud as hell.
Ka-chang. Ka-chang.
I'll give it one more. It's not freestyle. What is it called when you do it without equipment?
Dangerous.
Free climbing.
Free climbing.
Free-
Yeah, I'll give it one more free climb, and then we'll
Okay.
go from there. Nope. Okay.
How?
Holy
That's-
Wow.
crap.
Wow.
Have
You
I
die.
rolled anything above a 2?
Ever? Probably not.
I think that's another 1.
That's
Yes,
too
it's
low, yeah.
another 1.
I had a 4 on the perception.
Okay, let's go around.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It's a very silly place. Let's go. Let's leave.
Yeah, let's go elsewhere. Can we talk to somebody else?
How'd you a second time?
New plan. Faizan doesn't roll anything.
Let's hope there's no
Oh
combat.
my God.
So that is a 30-foot climb. So
Yeah.
quickly give me an athletics. Worst case scenario. You know what? Forget it. We're gonna hand wave that one because there's no way to hurt yourself. Forget you had a
Oh,
minus
you
one.
made it.
Actually, you probably could. So yeah, everybody give me an athletics check.
Is there an assist with this? Like give a boost sort of thing.
Just a moral encouragement.
Okay.
I'll
Get up.
boost you.
Get up. There.
Hey, there you go.
Trathiel stands at the top and says, "Take my hand," and holds out 3 fingers.
Get my strong hand.
I would-
I
All right,
climb
you
up
are
upside down.
all Good, no problem whatsoever. Let's open this
Spider
up.
Dune, Spider Dune.
Got the mic. Got the mic. Got the mic.
Ow, that hurt.
Add enough cuts.
Insert losing a
Okay.
finger joke here.
Opening up that room. That is a door. It's hard to see with Tarathiel standing on it because the map is out of whack. But this map is so weird because I'll have it perfectly centered up high,
Mhm.
and whoever drew it was crooked, so they don't fit as right down here.
Yeah,
So
you'd be surprised. Like once we actually get into digital maps and starting to translate like old maps to digital, you're surprised. It's surprising how often squares are not actually square on maps.
they're
Not even close.
polyhedrons, but not squares.
Not even close.
So you are
they're-
standing at.
Yeah.
What's that? Go ahead.
I was just going to say they're quadrilaterals. They're just not square.
Right. right.
Yeah, the standard checking the door, make sure it's not trapped.
Okay. The tunnel breaks into a 15-foot square room with no graffiti and no furnishings. A makeshift wood ladder connects the room with the floor to the tunnel 10 feet below.
It is a
Ah.
ladder.
But it's
Those
not in
are
these other-
ladders.
but not in these other rooms. It doesn't describe a ladder whatsoever.
Lies.
In the chair room or across from there. You're right. It does look like a ladder. But that one is a ladder, so I'm glad nobody fell and took damage. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you use the ladder? That's just dumb.
There's
I'm taking that ladder with us.
I rolled a 21 on my athletics. I'm freaking climbing.
Yeah.
That's right. With my toes.
that's right.
All right. You check at the door. Give me a perception.
I did 22.
22. Looks clear. Not locked.
It looks like the goblins haven't been here. I don't know if that's comforting or
I mean, they're afraid of most things, I would assume.
Or it's Chair's
and-
brother. Sofa.
so fast, so good. Tarathiel will open the door.
I'm just hoping we don't come up on a chase scene.
Oh, shit. That was funny, though. All right. Evil sofa. All right. Open the door. Womp.
Another door.
Hallway goes east and west, and there's a door straight ahead.
Bam.
Bam. All right. I like that holographic image you've got of light. Well, at least your vision. Oh, there we go. Hallway, east and west. To the west goes into a larger chamber. From this perspective, oh my
You
God, looks looks empty. And then the other way, there's some stairs that go down, and there looks like there's a door and a turn south. You step up here, and northeast and southwest corners of this room have collapsed into rubble. Aside from the debris, the room looks empty and bereft of graffiti.
I'll step all the way in so that you can
Completely empty chamber.
reveal.
Ruil. That's it.
All right. I guess I'll come back and have a look at this door.
All right. Give it perception.
Perception. 9.
9. Looks clear.
No God.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Of course. Dorothy will open the door.
Open the door. Poke your head in, and it is a 15 by... Oh, that didn't work at all. That's interesting. 15 by 15 foot room. Excuse me. That is just absolutely packed with food supplies. Like good food supplies. Hardtack. Looks like it would probably feed 20 people for 3 months.
Whoa.
And it's new.
When-
It's not like this is not goblin food. This is very, very new. There are stamps of born on dates on the side of the barrels with the wheat. This has been recently brought up in here.
Anyone hungry?
I mean, I could eat.
Yes. I
gonna-
don't think
Take another
not
1 hour
ingredients to
short
make-
rest.
there's no ingredients to make a good taco down here, but
No, mostly dry goods. Actually, all dry goods, stuff that won't perish easy. Some salted meats. Nothing to drink though. No liquor, wines, or beers. And you're looking around, and you
Or
just look around the
water.
corner.
I'm not like the best tracker in the world, but I look around. Are there any footprints like in the dust, like dusty cave?
Give me this isn't cave though. This is actually finely chiseled. But you can give me a survival check to see if you notice any strange. Nope, you don't see
3.
anything.
this is we're going to
Okay.
come up in somebody's basement.
But
Yeah.
it didn't help that this area looks clean. It looks well kept. It may even have been swept, so you can't even see whether there's dust or there or not. No,
That
but you can't really
concerns me.
see much.
Yeah, that concerns me more than the dirty goblin pallets.
What kind of buildings were around Oryx bathhouse?
There's the boathouse.
This is
The
a
boathouse.
fair.
Is it is it a residential district or is it like other businesses?
It's more
Just
of
a
a
general
commercial
feel.
commercial district.
It's commercial.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the only reason there's a housing. A lot of people have similar setups like he does. You know, they live above their business.
Yeah.
Mixed
Aside from
usage.
that, it is actually a commercial area.
Okay. Because I'm wondering we're in somebody else's basement now.
I mean, I'm certain of it. I mean, we went down on a locksmith, came back up. We went down on the bathhouse, came back, and we're gonna come back up and into I don't know what, a cupcake
Yeah.
party or something. I don't know.
We
I
know
don't
it's
know.
it's a universal truth that all basements lead to death
Yeah.
and murder.
Yeah,
The Underdark.
I'm seriously thinking if we go talk to a realtor to buy property, the basement cave is like expected, furnished or unfurnished.
Now, do I get to own everything that's connected to this particular building?
Yeah,
If so, I
exactly.
own Cauldron.
Yeah.
Because everything seems to be connected to everything.
All right, I guess I will check this north door, west door.
All
however
right.
It works with the map.
Percept.
Perception. I keep having to move everybody's faces.
Geyser. Looks
10.
clear.
That's strictly better than a 9.
It is.
Yeah, Dorothy
Uh,
will
tip
opens
by
the-
2%. It is unlocked. It does look clear.
Yep,
Did-
he opens it. I'll open it.
I missed that. Okay.
Let's
open it
go.
up.
Keep it moving.
And you open up to, you see the landing that you were trying to climb up earlier, or Fairzone was attempting to climb up earlier. Looks like
Poorly.
this is normally a perch for some goblins, like the ones that have the bows, the sneaks. You know, the ones that were real nasty with their sneak attacks. But there's nobody here now. And even though you can tell that they're just a telltale sign of goblin has been here because it's just a little dirtier, still clean area. Looks like when they left, it has been cleaned afterwards.
Little bugbear brand cigarettes in a pile. Just
It's one of those smokers poles.
And I made a mistake. That's stairways going up, not down. Just FYI.
oh, this stairway
This right here.
going up in which direction? But
So you're in the
am I at the top of the stairs?
yes, you're at the top of the stairs.
Oh, yeah. It's
Fairzone's
definitely
at the bottom.
someone's basement.
Checking the last door.
All right, percept.
Percepts. Come on, 11. Oh, 18.
18.
Broke the pattern. Broke the pattern.
This door is not only locked, it is also trapped.
Yay, it
Boom.
worked.
I think this is the first trap you've detected ever, I think. 'Cause most of the time
No,
they cut
I
your
think-
face off.
Jadaroon was
detected
more
quite a
more
few
than
in
face
Shadowrun.
detection.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I forgot about Jadaroon.
We detected most of those with our faces.
Yes.
But we got
Yeah.
him. But we got them
Relax
all. Is
that
the
one
important point. You guys might want to back up and give me some room.
Roger,
Looks
roger.
like
And,
a
Drathiel will take out a little leather roll up and unroll it and produce his thieves' tools and give it a go. If I fail this, I can do something to attempt to fix it.
unfail.
Unfail it.
Well,
Ooh, so
whatever
it's
it
a
is.
10. It's a 10, so it's currently a fail.
Got a 10.
Yeah, so Tarathiel will spend a psionic energy die to add 3 to it to make it a 13.
13. You set the trap off.
I figured.
Yeah.
Good news, that doesn't use the dice.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's good.
handy.
That's good.
Just a couple of arrows shoot out of the side, literally right beside you, into your solar plexus and temple. What
Ow.
is your? Ooh,
Ow.
yeah, that's a hit. Ooh, God.
I think it's the trap has been disarmed.
You take 8 points of damage as several arrows shoot out of the side into your side.
Everything
And
okay down there?
you immediately hear movement behind the door without a perception. Like your passive perception gets this.
All right, Tarathiel backs up.
And I'm assuming with our psychic link, I can know this, and so Farazan will push forward.
Back up, back up.
You heard owl?
Yeah.
Psychically?
Everybody move!
Everybody move.
I am the brute
Yeah.
squad. Door's still shut. Hey, that didn't change. It's locked. He just was trying to disarm the trap and set it off. But
Right.
he did mention in his brainwaves that he heard movement from behind the door. Movement like people moving and actually dragging furniture or moving furniture
Okay.
Barricading the door.
across the
Farazan
stone
will
floor.
apply his lockpicks to the door.
Okay. Give me
Just-
a athletics check.
Really?
I was going to say this is the opportunity to just knock. Just to, can you imagine?
Yeah.
You're downstairs in a basement, just moving furniture around, and you just get a knock at the strange door that's locked.
No one ever opens the
Oh.
door.
Oh no!
Do we get inspiration at the beginning of the episode?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone has
Okay.
inspiration again.
I'm going to use inspiration for this. It's just kind
Okay.
of a silly thing to use, I guess, but you know, I still want to do it.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Mm-hmm. Which is often.
It's happened like 36 times. In this.
Seriously. Seriously.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a really good kick.
That's a natural.
That's,
feat.
Both feet.
that's not a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I rolled a 19 and a 20 for a
So
natural.
you like do one of those jump up in the air, kick with both your feet kind of maneuvers, because, so You
just lands in the room on top of the door that's been kicked over.
take a few
Yes.
steps back, field goal kicker style, run up and just throw your foot into the door handle of this door, and it resists. I mean, had you not rolled as high as you would, it would have been a hard thing because something has been placed behind this door. But your massive Goliath foot kicks that door wide open, and you hear, which sounds like a bed, slide across the room as the door flies open.
Knock.
Yeah, knock, knock. And you
Avon
You have-
calling.
you see this.
Oh no.
And what you're seeing, I will.
To be fair, we are breaking into their house.
You see a guy who's dressed and looks very much like. No, did it not show up?
About 2/3 of the person in purple, I can see.
Well, he showed up great. For
If you were trying to embiggen, then that didn't
Uh-huh.
work.
Try this again.
Oh, there it goes.
Is
Nice.
that better?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. I didn't hit the right combination of keys. So that man is standing at the left side of the room. And close that out. There's just, I want to show you the second person.
Okay.
And she is standing in the back of the room. And she is obviously a tiefling. She's not a devil or, well, I mean, she's half devil, but she's a tiefling. And she has a shield and no, she's got a glaive. She's holding a two-handed weapon. And drop that. And it's obvious they have taken the furniture. Let me just show everything because you're going to see it eventually. They have taken what furniture is in this room and set up barricades. Obviously, one of them was behind the door to keep it shut. But all these 3 beds have been laid up along the middle, this column, this length, this vertical line here. Table's been pushed over. Literally, they've set up a barricade, and they're both standing. This guy's moved up, it looks like, as the door was being kicked open, but she has stayed back.
That guy has a name like a Pokemon.
Corlander.
It's like
Corlinder.
Chorlinder.
Charizard. And as you kick the door, he does move back.
Okay. So Farazone, once his door gives way, I'm assuming he kind of pushes kind of through and sort of into the room a little bit.
Yeah, like a half step. Yeah.
So
With the
Dude,
momentum.
you surfed that door into the room.
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and be fully in the room if you want to.
Okay, sure. But as soon as he gets through there, he will he'll stop. He doesn't push forward, into immediately charging these guys. He completely comes to a stop and says, "This is unexpected."
Now
You're not a vampire.
he's in robes with this cloak, and she is wearing some metallic armor, like scale mail with metal clad feet.
he so yeah, he
Like what we would have heard a little while ago.
Yeah. And they both look a little alarmed, not surprised, just kind of a oh shit, they're here kind of look. Fear, definitely some fear in their eyes.
Yeah, he'll stop and kind of furrow his brow just a little bit, and he says, "Who are you?" And mentally he says, "Get up here now." Not goblins, not undead, not vampire. Well, maybe
The man steps over, and this in the bottom left corner, it looks very familiar. There's another. It's a water fountain.
Okay.
A pool of water, and he steps over and he's got his hands up, like showing you his. I give up, kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm Corlinder. And he points over to the woman. This is Kelev. He brings his hands back up. We're not going to fight you. And she looks a little miffed about this.
Mhm.
Like she's still got a little fear in her eyes. She's holding her glaive still pretty good. The wind has been taken out of her sail at some point. Like she doesn't have as much gusto as you would expect, but she still kind of has this sour look on her face. Like it wasn't exactly her first choice to surrender, but she's not exactly like holding her hands up. She's ready for a fight.
Okay. And they're not moving to fight, so Farazan will step to the
She
side and
Okay.
say, "My companions are behind me. We are in the process of finding the goblins and creatures that are down here. They've been attacking up in Cauldron. Are you allied with them?"
The man just shakes his head. Now she's like I said, she's holding this weapon, but she's in a defensive stance,
Mhm.
right? She's not
Okay.
being aggressive. His hands come down a little bit, more like around his waist, but they're still up. He is an obvious caster. Like you see, Khaldun, you see the belt pouch
Mhm.
at his side, and he's got a staff that's laying against the wall. No, the goblins are. That was just a misfortunate thing that happened because of Drakthar. We have nothing to do with these goblins.
What do you know of Drakthar?
We know that Drakthar is one of our lieutenants who was sent here to check the place out before we got here. And he's relaxing. He's just dropping his hands down to his side. Just relaxed,
Do either of these people have metallic boots?
Yes, she does.
She does.
Okay.
And the names, are those familiar to us? Are those things that have been the lady's name sounded familiar, but the tieflings.
Kalev, I don't think you've heard these names before.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay. I was trying to scroll through my
Your notes?
my
No,
7 pages
no.
of notes here.
If you've heard these names, it was by mistake.
Okay.
you
Okay.
would
Yeah, I
not
don't
have heard these
recognize
names.
them.
No, I don't think you've heard these names before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said Drakthar is one of your lieutenants.
Well, he
In
was.
What organization?
The four of us were sent here to set things up for the Blue Duke. We sent Drakthar up here a couple weeks before us to make sure everything was still okay. And when we got here, Drakthar was different. I think there's something evil out to the eastern side of this cavern. And that's when Kelev kind of, she relaxes, her posture relaxes. Yeah, he had me charmed. That charm went away last night. No, sorry. He had me charmed. That charm went away about an hour ago. I didn't realize it, nor did Corlinder over here. But I think Drakthar charmed me days and weeks ago, or has been charming me every day.
We think he's a
Drakthar.
He was a
They just kind of.
charming fellow.
Yeah. He wasn't before he came to these caverns. He was just he was our lieutenant. He kept an eye on our other mercenaries. We sent him ahead to make sure everything was as planned. And then when we followed up here a couple of weeks later, we found him in this condition. Now we know he didn't attack us because he didn't want to risk the wrath of the Blue Duke. So this crap where he's sending these goblins up, he knows the Duke is watching and he's trying to impress him with his newfound power. I don't know what's going on, but he was literally sending the goblins up to raise mayhem just to show that he had some power. Kind of
You
an
said
idiot.
there were 4 of you?
Yeah, Zoden is down the passageway, and he points out towards the passageway you guys just walked down and went to a new map. He's pointing that direction. Zoden is at the mouth of the cave, waiting for the rest of the mercs to show up. Should be here any time. I mean, I'm surprised they're not here already.
And what is your purpose in Cauldron?
Well, I mean, we get hired to do a job. We're just here to lay the foundation that we can smuggle in some people into Cauldron for the Blue Duke. We get that done, we get paid, and we can move on with our lives.
Who is the Blue Duke?
So they're
Have we ever
adventurers,
heard this name
basically.
before?
You have not.
Yeah. Yeah, they're mercs like us ish.
Can I determine if he's lying when he says that he's waiting for other mercs to show up?
Sure. Insight.
So I have a passive of 15.
Okay.
Let me roll it. Did it roll?
15.
7.
Still 15.
He's nervous. What you get is that he's nervous. Don't think he's lying, but at this point, you're not sure what's going on with his situation.
Yep. Do you have any idea where Drakthar is now? Or do you think maybe because the charm wore off, he might be dead?
Not sure. All I know, and Kelev, that's when she breaks in. All I know is I now have control of myself. This is the first time in weeks. I haven't seen Drakthar, and well, I saw him yesterday, but I haven't seen him since yesterday. Don't know.
Well, we killed a weird blood-sucking bone chair thing.
And Carlinder just kind of frowns. Kelev, it just washes over her like she didn't even understand what you said.
You said words, but the words didn't mean anything.
None of this makes sense. At least not together.
Do you want to help us try and find Drakthar?
No. We would like to leave. And you guys have walked in through here and have cleared this place out. And Kelev's like, yeah, I just looked around about 20, 30 minutes ago. Everybody's gone or dead. There's a massacre. You guys, and that area where you had that big fight, there's bodies all over the place. We have no interest in fighting you. We were hoping you would just kind of not notice us, let us finish the job, and move on.
It is concerning that you are planning to smuggle people into Cauldron or out of Cauldron.
So the Blue Duke has been in negotiations with one of the lords of Cauldron who wanted to beef up his personal security. And so he's got, I don't know, half a dozen half-orcs coming up to be hired, I suppose. I'm not sure. Duke was talking to some woman, real soft voice. I didn't catch a name. And she and he had a discussion, and they apparently had an accord, and she left.
Do you have names of these lords and ladies?
I don't. The only name that really matters to us is the Blue Duke. He's the one that's hired us. I gotta tell you though, everybody give me a knowledge history. And he continues talking.
It is history. There's a history skill.
22. All right. So
0.
0.
Back to normal rolls.
And 20.
Okay. I was going to say Khaldun disadvantage because you're from a different plane, but that's fine. 22 is fine, and Tarathiel got it. So he continues talking, and as he's talking, it's triggering a memory, essentially, is what's happening. The Blue Duke has been all over Orith. He implants himself in government and cities, gets what he needs done, changes his name, and moves on. He's always known as the Blue Duke, but he changes his public name on a regular basis. I've heard stories. This guy changes nations. If he's got his eyes set on Cauldron, believe me, he will get there somehow. Hell, you'll probably be working for the guy in a month.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't worry about the smuggling thing, Farazan. I mean, the government here sucks, so breaking the rules is okay.
Doesn't make any sense. Why would someone not follow the rules of the land?
Well, sometimes they don't like the rules.
I'll explain later.
So we
It
haven't
does seem
seen.
a little odd that the mercs, the reinforcements are coming through the back door instead of the front gate, but okay.
Well, it was our understanding this Lord didn't want to make an ordeal out of it, didn't want it to be a publicly known thing. He wanted to just beef up his numbers without telling other lords and whoever runs the city.
So had you made a deal with Auric to get the people in?
We haven't gotten that far yet. We got
Okay.
here. Drakthar got here. Drakthar got messed up. Kind of dismantled our plans altogether. We've been just trying to keep him calm, not kill us, waiting for our mercs to show up. Zodin's been down. I haven't seen Zodin in probably 3 or 4 days. I can tell he comes up here because he keeps eating some of the food, but he doesn't talk to us. But he's down there to greet the mercs when they get here.
And just so we are clear, and before Farazan says this, did we get a name of that hobgoblin? We didn't definitively find out that the vampire that we killed was Drakthar, right?
No, he wasn't screaming, but the goblins had been talking about Drakthar. You'd seen Drakthar written in graffiti in the goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Drakthar's got fangs, like all this different graffitis,
okay.
leading you to believe that Drakthar is the hobgoblin that you fought.
And so Farazan's trying to keep up here, and he's still kind of stuck on that. So he says,
I feel better.
yeah, he just goes up and knocks them both out. He will say, we did encounter a hobgoblin that was named Drakthar. Is that a common name from where you are from?
I don't personally. And Kellev just kind of, no. That's Drakthar, the lieutenant. And you see Corlander just kind of hold his hand out. Just, okay, I'll talk to him. You just take it easy. No, that's definitely Drakthar. He's definitely our lieutenant. We set him up. Whatever is over there, you're talking about bloodthirsty throne. I don't know. It changed him. Something in that area changed him. We avoid it.
So is it? Of course, we don't know, but is it possible that the chair drained him and turned him into a vampire? Huh.
That's what I think as well.
Farazan's eyes get really big, and he's like, I was almost a vampire. He sits down on one of the beds.
Just lets out a little nervous poot.
Yeah.
Before Goliath, he's like rumbling the walls.
You would have made a kick-ass vampire, Farazan.
Farazan, you got really close.
He's gonna sit down on that bed, wherever it landed, and he's just gonna think for a minute. He's just contemplate his life.
It's just too much.
Just hear the beds creak in distress under Farazan's weight as he sits.
And Corleander moves up. We've got some salted fish in the other room. There's plenty of food if you're hungry. And then he just kind of backs up again, staying away.
So he says, no, I just realized how close I came to becoming something else. He just kind of sits for a minute. Puts his
throw pillow.
So like I said, we never saw what it was. We didn't want to see what it was if it did that to him. We've just been following the same path up and down, and he points again to that same path that you guys just mapped out earlier. That's where we come and go. We leave that top northeastern section of this place alone. We just leave it. We have no interest in being up in there.
All right, but Drakthar's still around somewhere. He turned into mist and flew away. So keep your eyes open. Have a good day. Bye.
On your way in here through the lower caverns, did you happen to come across any sort of side passages or rooms where Rakthor may have set up a lair? Because a priestess told us we have to find its lair.
So, and he points down again the same area you just opened up. That maybe another 200 or 300 yards, you'll be at the mouth of the cave. There's nothing else down there. God, I just lost his name. Zodin, thank you. Zodin's down there, but there may be a couple of goblins, which he keeps under a boot. But no, there's nothing else down there.
Is it dude? Where's my card? It has the Zoltan, and every time somebody mentions Zoltan's name, everyone, all the members of the cult, they all go Zoltan. And they make
I
this
haven't
Z
seen
with
that
their
movie
hands.
since it came out.
Zoltan. I'm hearing that every time you say Zodan. My brain goes Zodan.
Oh, it's an X.
I haven't seen that movie. I'm sorry.
Oh, is it? You? Yeah. Good. That's fine.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Farazan's kind of rubbing at his head. He says, "If that chair created him, he may have gone further beyond that area to make some sort
That's
of
what I'm thinking too. To be up
layer."
here.
Yeah. Where the other non-ladder is.
The non-ladder, yeah.
Sure.
The northernmost bollard.
So, you're going to let us go? We're going to leave. We're going to go out the mouth of the cave. We're going to grab Zodin and get the hell out of here.
Khaldun just shrugs. I'm like, you haven't heard us.
Yep.
I got no reason to incinerate you, so we'll just leave you alone.
And now that you've come in, calmed down, started talking, you can see over in the corner, there's a door there, but you can see over on the side of the room, they've piled up a bunch of food. Like they were ready to hole up in camp, looks like for a week if they needed to let whatever was going on. And he's saying this. We heard the fighting. We heard the screams. I can turn invisible. No big deal, but it's something I can do. And came out and watched part of the fight and came back. We want nothing to do with you.
Okay.
We will trust you to keep your word.
Maybe we'll cross paths later.
Possibly.
Eventually, one of us is going to buy a house, and we'll be down here remodeling at some point. So,
Putting down wall-to-wall carpet in our cave.
If we do see you, then we'll know that you're up to the Blue Duke's bidding, and then we will have another conversation.
He pays well.
I don't know that they have an exclusive contract, Farazan.
No,
yeah, exactly.
We have
Maybe
no
that's
loyalty
a reasonable
towards,
assumption.
We have no loyalty towards him. He just pays us well.
Well, watch out for the vampire. I'd hate for you to turn into vampires, because
then we would have to kill you.
It turns out they're really hard to kill.
Hey, you wouldn't want to go kill it and then let us know when it's dead, would you?
We could use your help.
So you wouldn't want to kill it and let us know when it's dead, would you? And he's moving forward. He's grabbing the chair that you kicked 15 feet across the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to barricade us back in here. We're just going to hang out for a week, let things die down. Yeah, if you guys want to take care of Drakthar.
I point over at the other door. What's behind that door over there? You've got it walled off.
Oh, he points. You're welcome to look. And you open the door, and it's literally a hallway into a crumbling hallway. It dead ends. There's
Good.
nothing there. Yes.
You
I don't know. Maybe they were digging it out and stopped. It's
Okay.
there's nothing there. This water's fresh if y'all are thirsty. Like get the feeling he's kind of trying to
You on our
shove
good
his
side?
nose. Yeah, shove
Yes.
his nose up thine butts right now.
Well, it's okay.
you both owe us all a drink. Try to
All right. Well, yeah. If we do happen to dispatch Drakthar, we'll see about knocking on your door.
And
Yeah.
just
And
before
by the way,
we
there's,
leave,
there's a trap in that door. And he just looks away, kind of snickering.
Thank you.
I won't reset it.
could you spell your names for me, please?
He just kind of sure. Chorlyndyr. And she just looks Kelev.
I like
Spelt
Kelly.
Spelt the cauldron way, I assume.
Yeah.
With
Yes.
a K.
It's a backwards word.
Yep.
Villic.
Velak.
Yeah. It
You
looks
know, on that topic, real quick, I just watched the entirety of the Harry Potter movies over the last 2 weekends, and I've read all the books, I've seen the movies at least once or twice a piece. The first movie in the Sorcerer's Stone, where he's looking in that mirror, the name of the mirror is Desire spelled backwards. I
Yes.
just happened to have the caption on, reading some of the stuff because you seem to pick up on stuff. It's Eridev or something like that, or
Erised.
Erised. I had never picked up that the name of the mirror was Desire spelled backwards. Thought that was cool. Yeah, you know.
it's
It is
been a
nerd.
long time since I've read that book. We're seeing
Same.
that movie. So
I read it before. Well, not obviously. Anyway, I read it
Not
before I saw the movie. But yeah, I never, even when I read it, I didn't pick up on that until I saw the word. And anyway, I thought it was interesting. Little trivia note there.
wordplay is always fun. I was watching Hot Fuzz of all things by Edward Wright with Simon Pegg, and the names of the characters that he keeps running into, like Shooter and Hatcher and Messenger and all this stuff. I was like, obviously that these are some sort of like telegraphing something's going to happen to them. But yeah, it's fun, like kill the messenger kind of thing. Yeah, no, I'm getting a blank look here, but yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I love Mike's book. Let's do that.
I enjoy the wordplay of that sort of thing. But anyway, so Farazan will close the door behind him as he leaves.
Just pick it up off the ground and put it back on.
Yeah.
Pull it into the door frame.
And as you're shutting the door, you see Corlinder moving up, and you hear Kelev, "You can knock next time." And the door shuts.
He did.
Yeah, I could just see he puts the door up there. He just kind of pats it. It'll be okay.
Sorry, little door.
It's not completely knocked off its hinges, but it's definitely askew at this point.
The door is ajar. The door
door.
is ajar.
Yes.
Open jar.
So when we leave, I guess we'll leave with the way we came in. When we shut this door right here, I'm going to cast alarm.
Which door are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd like to cast alarm here.
Okay.
So if they do leave, I'll know.
So you're doing ritual?
Yeah, 10-minute cast. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right.
Anybody?
Where I'm standing.
In theory, they could still get around that, but that's probably okay.
Sure, they could jump down that cliff. Sure.
Yep. But yeah, only if they know the alarm is there, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully behind two doors, they're not going to hear me casting the spell.
Yeah. Well, that
figure
was
that-
fun. It was good
you
to make
fi- you-
friends.
You figure they're still moving furniture at this point,
Mhm.
trying to re-barricade. So, you guys, other two, want to do anything while he's casting?
Fairzone's gonna sit on the edge of that little cliff there and just contemplate having how close he became to being a vampire again.
He's just sitting there.
Yeah, yep. Just feet
Your feet
dangling.
touch the ground.
You craving
right.
blood there, buddy?
No.
Yeah.
You feeling thirsty?
Steak, raw, rare.
And Tarathiel just points the water skin at you and says, "Guys,
He's like, I want a
So-
steak. I want you to bring it to the grill, have it scream in terror, and then bring it out.
That does remind me. You guys had the decanter of never-ending water. I've got it written down. but-
Endless water, I think.
Endless water. Thank you. You had it during your short rest. It
That's
does
true.
take. I think it takes. I'm not sure about attunement, but you can have discovered what it does. Essentially, there's 3 levels. I'm not going to look it up right now, but the first 2 levels are like filling a bathtub quickly, which is what he used it primarily for. One level is pouring a gallon of water to just drink, and then the third level is geyser, where it shoots a line of water, does some damage, and has a chance to knock people prone. If it's a real low, it's like a DC 10 strength save or something like that. But it's a line also, so everybody in that line of the geyser had to make that check or be knocked prone. I'll get you the details if you want it now. We can take a second to give it to you.
no, it's fine.
I do
I
wanna make sure.
don't think I'm going to be geysering a vampire. I don't think.
I mean, can you
If it
strap
can
it
knock
to your
him
back?
prone.
Yeah, can you strap it to your back and with the nozzle pointing down and say, "Guys are just."
Like one of those water rockets.
Yeah,
Like the
water
Rocketeer.
Yeah. Uncontrollable into the ceiling.
Yeah, the water
All
rocket
right.
to you.
Just
I looked
immediately
it
break
up.
Tarathiel's neck. Ow.
Does not require attunement.
Nice.
Good.
Okay.
Stoppered flask sloshes when shaken as if it contains water. The decanter weighs about 2 pounds. You can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn. Choose from the following options. Stream is 1 gallon, fountain is 5 gallon, and geyser is 30 gallons of water. Shot in a 30-foot long, 1-foot wide stream. As a bonus action, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see with it. Okay, so it's single target. Target miss DC 13, saving throw, or take damage and fall prone. If instead of a creature, you can target an object that isn't being worn or carried and weighs no more than 200 pounds. The object is either knocked over or pushed 15 feet from you. 200 pounds. So you could have
Jeez.
probably geysered that door open. So it's neat. It's a neat little item. And this is like basic red box kind of item. This thing's been
Yeah,
around since the 70s.
That's a nice item, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
cool. I didn't realize that last part about basically opening every door you'll ever see ever again.
Well,
I feel like physics should just, like, if I pointed at a door and set it off, it should just throw me backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Tarathiel has the strength to open a door with it.
That's why magic's cool.
Yeah.
I just think it would be fun if you just kind of held it up to like the to the keyhole and said, "Geyser."
So honestly, in effect, you have turned this place into a water park.
We can.
Does anybody else particularly want to carry it?
You know what? There's a good chance I would have more opportunity to use it than y'all would.
Yeah.
So why don't I carry it?
Cool. Yeah, Tarathiel will hand it over.
And there are no limits to the number of times you can use that per day. All 3 actions.
Because
Or-
Farzan's going to be swinging a nasty thing. You're going to be throwing pointy things, and me, I will run
Cast
out of
spell.
spells. So
The first thing we come across that's immune to fire, you can geyser.
I'm going to,
Put it out.
yes. I'll
Oh,
light it
some
on
kind of-
fire and then pull it, steam. Oh, steam.
Yeah, some kind of combo steam attack. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes. Yeah, I'll conjure the bonfire and then geyser it. and fill the room with steam. Oh, fog cloud.
Fog cloud,
Yes.
there you go.
That's exactly how that works.
A 2-action fog cloud.
That's actually the last sentence that I didn't mention because I didn't want you doing that.
Oh, by the way.
So your 10 minutes pass. The spell is cast. That rhymed and cool.
You didn't know.
You're a
Took me a
poet,
second.
and nobody told you.
Was unaware.
I'm not a poet.
So what you guys did? Rathiel has climbed down, moved on. He's moving
Yeah,
on
I guess
behind.
we're heading back to this area behind where the bone throne was.
Okay, back to the throne
Do we-
room.
Do we need to do anything in between, or just heading back there?
No, you head back and the place is empty. It is a ghost town. I mean, there's dead, massacred, mangled bodies everywhere of every shape and kind.
Raphael
you
gets to about here and just shouts, "Hey, Zodan!" and just listens to it echo down. and then runs.
Dan. You get right there, and you've got a bit better, longer vision than the other guys do.
Oh yeah, can I see across?
You sure can.
If we were to drive a piton and tie a rope, it'd be easier for us to shinny down.
Yeah, so if you haven't figured out by now, the DC is 10. If you roll between 5 and 10, you don't make any progress. If you roll less than a 5, you fall. So there is a slight risk, especially falling 70 feet.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
say.
such-
So it's
a
70
lot of
feet.
damage.
I don't want to acrobatics down that.
I'm going to reread this because I swear it does not discuss there being a ladder anywhere at all. And I probably TLDR'd it. Which I'm skimming it now. There are no ladders here.
Is
Yeah.
there a legend for the map that shows that this is obviously a ladder?
No. It points south and says west. I'm not going to follow this thing's legend. So you are going to have to climb down and then climb up. However, you are on the top part. You can drop a rope down, which
Yeah.
will give you advantage on this
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
Going up the other side may be a little more difficult, but the first person that gets up there can, again, drop or take the rope. There's ways to get around it. It can make it much easier. If you have advantage, there's almost no chance of falling. It may just delay.
I mean, have you
So,
seen some of the rolls
saying
we've
that-
been doing?
Yeah, but well, I guess
Well, Farazan
actually
can't fail.
Tarathiel. Yeah, Farazan. If there's rope, you cannot fail.
Well, he can't fail
Tarathiel's
with a 5
a
and
little
fall.
bit-
I don't think. Sorry.
Right. So, a 5 is a fall. 6 through 10, no, 5 is not a fall. If you have rope, Farazan, you cannot fail.
Okay.
The only person that really I think that can fail is Tarathiel because you get a -1. So
Sure
it's
do.
still always in the realm like you roll a 6 or less even with advantage,
Ouch.
you're going to tumble.
I'm going to
Uh,
roll it.
All right. So
Wow.
this is 2 rolls. First roll will take you halfway down, and the second roll,
So we're using the rope. Yes.
that was my
Drive
assumption.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
That
we're
was
using the
my
rope.
assumption as well.
Okay.
That's a long way to fall.
So
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
lowers the DC then?
No, it gives you advantage on the roll,
Ooh.
which
Okay.
is equivalent of +5.
Uh,
You make
7.
You're safe. You just don't make any progress.
What did I tell you?
Don't-
At the top.
At the top, yes.
So you got scared.
you just-
you got
you just-
scared, and you just like clung to the rope. No.
You're just looking over the edge.
Tarathiel's
so-
just swinging backwards and
it's
forwards
just-
like 2 inches below the top, eyes shut. Am I there yet?
No.
Climbing down the rope in basic.
19.
I just remember that.
Oh, we lost Matt.
We broke Matt.
It's just barely edging down this wall. Oh my god, he could have been 17. He was so scared. Oh my god. All right.
They
You
didn't.
got
They didn't make him
alright.
go up first. You started
No.
up top and dropped down.
No, you walked upstairs to the top, and
Yeah.
it's like 70 feet up there, and they had this rubber kind of matting at the bottom. I mean, you fall 70 feet even on that kind of flooring, it's going to hurt. But
Yeah.
it
I was gonna say,
wasn't. We
the
had
rubber
safety
mat is there to protect the fall.
harnesses.
It's
yeah,
there to protect the
yeah.
floor, right? So you don't put dents in it.
Yeah, I mean, and we had safety harnesses, and people counter like if you fall, you're just gonna slowly drop. But
Okay.
God, this guy, yeah, I mean, you were being belayed, so
Okay.
there was no real danger. But God, this kid was so terrified. Whoa, good man, you can't go down with. How close am I? I kept on hearing him. How close am I?
Yeah.
Those
Am I
drill
there yet?
sergeants were going out of their damn minds.
I bet they were.
Oh God. All right. Trathiel, you're
kids.
halfway down safely so far.
Remember that the correct answer to "Are we there yet?" is always yes. We're looking for
Yes.
a parking space.
You know what's funny is we didn't rappel down ropes, but we had to
Zero.
jump. We had to jump off a really high platform into water, like jumping off a ship.
Oh, Navy. Yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh.
you had to float, then you had to swim to the side. And most people could do it, but there were a lot of people that just could not jump off that platform into the water.
How high was the platform?
40 feet?
Oh, okay.
That's a big drop. I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
That's
So you had
high
to
dive.
hold yourself a certain way, otherwise it would really hurt. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like holding your nose like this and, cupping your balls, because when you hit the water,
Surface
gonna hurt.
tension.
yeah, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
The pool Heath, you and I grew up going to, I'd say the high dive was probably what, 25, 20 feet up?
Jeez.
Probably 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So twice that? Wow. Okay. That's pretty
It
high.
was high. It's high. It's really high.
I don't
I
know
could be
Yeah.
wrong, but it's more than a high dive. It's more than a high dive, definitely.
Well, the only water we were subject to is when it rained, so that's Army versus Navy. All right, you got a 12, Trathiel. You safely transverse this obstacle.
I see that.
Jeez. 12 and a 0 though.
Yeah.
It would have been very bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing you used rope.
Trathiel's just like folded over at the bottom, breathing heavily and spitting on the ground.
Little nauseous. All right, who's going next?
There's on.
right.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Succeed.
Farzan should go next.
You can't fail. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't get below 5.
All right.
Yeah, right. You can't fail. So it would just take you time if you rolled one after one after one. So you'll eventually get down. Khaldun.
All right.
So the thing is you're having to leave the rope up there. Do y'all have 2 sets of rope?
Tarathiel has rope.
Okay.
I have rope as well.
All right, you're good.
There we go.
Khaldun, you get 2 athletics with advantage. Good. And good. All right. You're all 3 down there safely. No fall damage. Let's open this up.
I have killed 400 goblins in the last 2 days, and all of that was less scary than that friggin'
Most
rope.
terrifying thing I've seen all week. I just killed a vampiric chair that drained my friend of almost all of his blood. And I'd rather do that again than climb this damn wall.
I don't know
I
about that,
wouldn't.
'cause
I wouldn't thank you.
No?
Yeah, Tarathiel was mechanically frightened by that, so I don't think that's true.
All right, that's true. So north and south, let me open all this up. This is just a small, ravine. Looks like it
Lava tube.
dead ends both north and south. And then you
all right.
see up above the ledge on the other side. There are lots of bats in here, but nothing, not like swarms or that you see that. Yeah, they're not attacking you. They're not. You just see them up in the ceiling
There's no
within the
stalactites
stalagmite.
falling from the ceiling to chew on our heads.
Yes, no, doesn't appear to be.
Does someone else maybe want to climb up and drop down a rope?
I'll go up.
All right, give me 2 checks, halfway, and then all the way to the top.
Alrighty.
This
So-
one's even taller, right? It's 85 feet up.
Yeah, but I'm going to call it the same. Some people may be wondering, like, you move half speed climbing and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to spend all day rolling dice to climb a wall. Okay, halfway up.
Oh. Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
10
2
out
points
of
to 2
10.
20s.
Good job. He even
All
got
right.
the triple axle backflip.
Yeah.
You climb that wall with your lips.
I like to think that he takes off running from the other side and then uses that that long staff that he and just pole vaults straight up to the top of it.
Mhm.
Boing.
he makes it look so easy.
You know, you could actually lay a rope from one end to the other. It's only 25 feet wide.
Still have to get up there though.
Sure. But anyway, you're up there. You climb to the top. You are standing there-ish.
Yep. And he will well look around for the first thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, look behind you before you start lowering a rope.
Yes. There is a hobgoblin.
Various treasures have been haphazardly strewn against the back wall of this 10-foot-high recess amid heaps of dust and bone. There's more.
I don't see anything,
I
guys. Sorry.
I have to turn the page. Loose copper,
PTO.
silver coins, assorted weapons, armor, and a wooden chest are apparent in the scattered mess.
Ooh.
So this is a dragon hoard of copper coins and silver mixed in. There are various weapons and armor, and then a chest. It looks like it's the top northeast corner.
Okay. Just he'll kind of just a moment, and he'll take his staff from where he's standing and kind of poke it into the piles of coins, just to make sure nothing's living there.
Okay,
And-
give me perception.
Oh, great. Perception. I wanted it to be a
Yeah,
hand
just say
wavy
one
sort
of
of
those.
thing.
Oh,
there we
good.
go. Okay, on a roll
Cool.
now.
Hand wavy thing.
Yeah.
So you're poking around in the gold and the treasure and the loot,
Uh-huh.
and you actually while doing that poke the center square right here,
Uh-huh.
and it sounds just I mean, that's a good roll. You have a really high perception there. You hear a different sound, like almost hollow. And when you hear that, you look a little bit closer and you see dozens of small, tiny pinprick size holes all throughout that particular middle flagstone.
Ooh,
I like it. So like it's been drilled and it'll fall away if any real weight's put on it, sort of thing.
Not that much. It's not Swiss cheese like, but there are definitely about a dozen small holes all throughout that five by five
enough for
flooring.
poison darts.
Flooring.
Yeah, enough that a mist could go through it. Is what you're saying?
Inspiration.
Thank you. All right. So nervously.
Oh, you
he-
actually
he
used your
will-
inspiration, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did.
All right, you got it anyway.
Okay.
I'm used to just throwing it out there because nobody uses it.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Sure.
So
And we'll see you next week. No, go ahead. What you do?
he pulls the rope out of his pack and he starts relaying silently, with through the mental link, the fact that treasure, and then there's some sort of perforation in the floor. So come quick.
All right. Khaldun, do you guys have advantage? Give me 2 rolls to get up the side.
But I'm so bad at it.
Do better.
Good.
There you go.
Good. Everybody's good. Is that 1, 2? Yep. You. Trethiel barely made that last roll. Yes. You guys, all 3, are standing on the precipice, the edge, whatever you want to call it, of this small area. And you turn around, and I guess Farazan's pointing out the center piece here.
Mm-hmm. And let's
You
see.
gotta-
I have something interesting here.
Got a choppy and a thrower. You need a Buffy.
A what?
A Buffy.
A Buffy.
Yeah.
For
Vampire
Vampire Slayer.
If you give me a minute, actually, if you give me 10 minutes, I can cast Detect Magic and maybe get an idea what's in this hoard here.
I think our attention should be, and he silently he says that, but then he points down.
Oh, You think it's a trap? Or you think it's a way for Drakthar to hide?
If anything could get through there, it would definitely be the mist of a recently deceased vampire. And I've got a great axe. I'm gonna pull that off my my pack
trap.
here. Huh?
Get an axe. So it's a trap. Get an
Yeah.
axe.
So he's gonna pull this two-handed great axe, and he's gonna raise it up, and with the mental link, and be like, "Should I wait?"
Why don't we determine whether or not this is a trap first before we start smashing holes in the floor? Because we just climbed up here and I want to get down.
I've seen it. Now I'm ready to go.
Right?
All right, everybody give me an investigation check.
Oh, this is gonna be good. 13.
All right. 30?
17.
13.
Oh, 17's good.
16.
16's good. Definitely not a trap. Your first, maybe second perception of it being the hole's big enough for a mist to go through, that seems accurate.
All right.
It's
Trethiel
creepy on like
has a-
7 different levels.
Yeah. Trethiel has a wooden stake, so I'm going to retrieve that and hold it
Okay.
in my strong hand.
Oh, wait. I got an idea. This is gonna be great. We've got those vials of holy water.
Just pour them
Just
in.
smash them down onto the thing and let it rain down holy water onto Drakthar.
Just like pour it over it like a
Yeah.
pina colada cake and let
Yeah.
it soak in.
Exactly.
You're assuming Drakthar's down there.
I mean, where else would he be? Haven't found him yet.
But
Behind
he's-
you?
if he's
Don't do that.
if Drakvar's like 5 foot to the right, though, we'll waste the holy water.
Yeah. Let's. I think your axe plan's pretty good one.
Fair enough.
It's like a shower drain.
Yeah, he
Coward.
puts the bottle back in his bag and hefts the great axe. Goes to town. What do you mean to roll for that?
What you're smashing the okay.
Yeah.
Making the
Just-
holes bigger.
Just roll damage. I mean,
Right.
you can't really miss. I guess you could, but
13
Yeah, I mean,
points of damage.
okay. You take a massive chunk out of it. You figure one more good hit, and it will crumble. It'll break in half.
All right. Here we go. Takes another swing.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
crit.
Oh,
Second smash with your axe, the stone cracks in the center, and one side falls in a little bit and dislodges. The other one's hanging there, and it reveals basically a hole underneath this flooring, and in that hole you see what looks like just a maybe 2 feet, not a couple inches down under the flooring. You see just a thick, moist, loamy earth.
Okay.
That's unlike any other dirt that you've seen so far. This is fresh, black, like really, really nice.
Like
Looks like
grave dirt.
Like you could probably grow some pretty good cucumbers. Yes, grave dirt.
I don't know what to do here, guys. Sorry. My suggestion with the
start with so
do we
I'm trying to
shovel?
remember what Jenya told us to do. She said we had to kill him in his resting place.
Yeah, you have to put a stake through its heart, and while it's regenerating or while it's recuperating from being knocked down to mist.
Do I?
So what if
Okay,
he
but
doesn't have a place
that's-
to go? Like what if we like get rid of the dirt?
She didn't say.
You gonna eat it? What are you gonna do with it?
light it on fire.
Like dump it on the cave floor. I mean,
Just dig it out.
yeah.
You got
I mean,
a
just-
shovel?
got a great axe.
That's basically a shovel.
It's basically a shovel.
Do I have a shovel?
You have move earth.
Don't have move earth.
Different character.
Yeah.
You give me a long rest, I can get move earth,
Do
but
I?
I do not have it right now. I do have a geyser though. Oh yes,
Just
we're
turn
going
into
to air.
mud.
Yes,
Khaldun is going to cast Dilute Vampire.
we are going to. We're going to aquaculture this.
It's not a solution.
Is it
All right.
loose? I mean, if it's loose dirt, I could
It's not
theoretically
packed
just kind of
heavy at all. It's
aqua
very
blasted
loose.
all over the place. Just
All right.
Hold on. Let's at least stand over.
We're just gonna get. We're all gonna get sprayed in grave mud.
Yeah.
great man.
Vampire mud.
Well, this sucks.
So before I cover us all in just like sludge, do we want to like go through this treasure first? Because it might be difficult when this place is overflowing with like silt.
I guess is it clear that Dracthar's not in the dirt somewhere?
You don't see him.
Let's see him. Okay.
But-
how about
But
putting?
would it be obvious if he was there,
Probably
or is
not.
it possible that he's hidden under the dirt somewhere?
Probably buried in the dirt.
Okay.
in that case, I'll start with the. You put the great axe away, and then with the long staff, it's 10 feet long, so kind of shove down into the mud.
Into the dirt.
into
Is
the
it mud
dirt.
yet? Have you geysered it?
No, I haven't geysered it. I
Oh,
haven't
it's
geysered it.
just dirt. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Geyser has not happened yet.
Do I
He's
have a
aerating the
shovel?
soil.
Yeah.
I really want to geyser it.
Hold on.
I really want you to too.
I'm fine with that.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I have I've got a mess kit. Does that count for anything? I mean, we would make a mess.
You can eat.
We got cooking pans. I can use that to start digging out.
I mean, I think water, the geyser, I think will probably effectively dig it out. I mean,
Yeah. This is
have
a
you ever
30
seen any sort of excavation, like water hose excavation? That's exactly what they do. They just
This
wash
is-
it down.
30 gallons in a stream in 6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's deal with the treasure first, so that it's not all mucky up.
Okay, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of coins up here. It looks almost exclusively copper. You do see some silver, copper and silver, but we're talking like tens of thousands of coins.
It's a lot of coins.
A lot of coins. There are other items. Like I said, there's weapons, armor. There's a chest. A couple other different things in the mix.
Do you want to detect magic, Khaldun, to deal with this?
Yeah, I
first
was
before we
going.
deal with this?
Yeah, I'll cast detect magic.
Okay,
As a
you're gonna
ritual.
do it as a ritual.
Yes.
What are the other two doing during the 10 minutes?
I am keeping an eye on that hole because I am really
Staring.
concerned that a vampire is going to pop out when we're in the middle of doing stuff.
All right.
That.
You begin casting your spell. 10 minutes later, it's successful. So I reread Detect Magic, and it's a lot like I described when you were talking about Auric up in his bathhouse, detecting him. So when you cast Detect Magic, immediately all you do is basically a 30-foot radius ping saying yes or no. Okay. If you take a round to concentrate, then you all of a sudden see every visible item
Auras.
that is magical, as long as it's
Yeah.
not blocked by the inches or feet or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you initially cast it, until you concentrate for one round, you don't know exactly what it is. I was looking at that again. I thought it was interesting. So you cast it. It's immediately yes, but also your friends have magic. You spend a round concentrating, and you definitely there are two items within the chest that are magical, and in the pile next to a bow, there is a quiver that is magical.
So 2 items in a quiver.
Yes, 2 items in the chest and the quiver that's lying out with just the rest of the loot.
Well, that's cool.
Cool.
Is the chest open or closed?
It's closed.
Ah, this is the real enemy.
That's right. You start digging around in the dirt, and then
I'm
what do
twerp.
you call it?
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Boxy's big
That's a
brother.
lot of copper. This is like
It is a lot of
smorgasbord for a mimic.
You want to check the
Mimic is
chest?
the word I was looking for. Yeah, I guess. I'm very fearful of this hole.
Step around the 5 foot 5 foot square hole with grave dirt over to the chest. Give me a perception.
Don't let anything eat me, please. Did that roll?
Yeah,
18.
18. It is unlocked and it looks clear.
Then he will flip it open.
Flip it open, and there are several items in here: jewelry, gems. One of the things that's glowing, Khaldun, is a necklace, and the other thing that's glowing is a small feather token.
Please tell me it's in the shape of a tree. Please tell me it's in the shape of a tree.
Fortunately, it's in the shape of a bird.
Dang it.
Dang it.
That would have been the perfect usage for it. Here. Bink.
Entered in the grave dirt.
Oh
Yes.
man, whoever wrote this missed that. That
Yeah.
was an opportunity missed.
This is so we can send a message back to somebody on the surface and tell them we all died.
So necklace, the bird feather token, and the quiver are magic.
Correct.
Okay. So why don't we snap those up just in case this goes sideways?
All
Is
right.
there a spear in the pile of weapons and armor?
A spear?
Yes.
Yes, there is a spear. And it's actually of extremely high quality. And the head of the spear looks like it's made of silver. It's a
Yoink.
masterwork silver spear.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Any other silvered weapons?
Nope, that's the only one you can see. There is actually a chain shirt that is very silver. But it's not like
mithril silver?
like mithril silver.
Ooh,
It's a mithril
my
chain
goodness.
shirt in the pile.
shiny.
Very shiny.
Not magic, but nice.
Yes, mithril is very nice. I just watched Lord of the Rings this past weekend. Mithril.
Is it chain shirt or chain mail?
Chain shirt. It's a
Okay.
medium.
Wow.
There's quite a few other things here. But I just, as you're asking, I'm letting you know because you're standing around the grave of a vampire. So you just keep asking me things.
Can we murder the thing yet?
Okay. All right. Y'all ready to do some gardening?
Well, now that I've got this masterwork silvered spear, I'm ready to do a little bit of explorative stabbing.
Let's peruse.
It's like
Explorative stabbing.
let me try this as a slightly less messy way of finding out what's in
That's-
this dirt.
Kids
Okay.
are calling it nowadays.
Tarathiel will drink one of the potions of invisibility that we have.
All right.
Ooh, fancy.
Consider yourself visible.
Invisibilated.
Invisible. All right. Is there any objections to Farazan stabbing into the dirt?
Why don't you move a little? Why don't you move to the south? So in case I do geyser, I'm not going to blast you off into the cliff.
Fair. That is fair.
There you go.
I appreciate that you think that Farazan weighs less than 200 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
I
Strategic positioning.
I was like, oh shit.
I think it's
Backs away from the edge.
I think it's likely that Tarathiel would not pass a strength saving throw.
That's fair. All right, what would you like me to roll for stabbing?
You're
Roll a
just
stab check.
jabbing the spear into the dirt.
Mhm.
No roll. You just take the spear, jab it down into the dirt, and it doesn't go 3 or 4 inches before you hit something solid. Not stone. It gives. Whatever you hit gives way. But you do hit something rather shallow in the dirt.
Shit.
There's something
You
in
ready
here.
for me to geyser? I can geyser. Want me to geyser?
You just died to guys.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Geyser.
He's all pent
All
up.
right.
Let him release.
Go for it.
I whip out yield decanter, and I geyser the soil.
So looking at the direction you're blasting, the soil's all going to shoot off the edge and won't get into your treasure, right? It won't make a huge, huge mess.
Right.
So you take this decanter of endless water, hold it down, aimed at this this pit of grave dirt with what feels like a vampire in there, and yell,
Great.
"Geyser!" And it's 2 hours. Let's pick up next week.
Just somebody walking past below, and this stream of muddy grave dirt just comes flying over. Actually, you said it was 30 feet. It probably like makes it to here. Like,
That it's got a 30-foot stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, almost completely across the crevasse.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
amazing.
He goes from a water bender to an earth bender right in the middle of everything. Speaking of watching things, Matt, have you started watching The Last Avatar yet?
No, not yet. I made the mistake of starting The Hobbit on
Yep, that was a mistake.
Friday. Yeah. Watched all 3 of those, which made me then want to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the director's cut. So
That's a
that was
palate
2
cleanser.
days. Yeah. I mean, it took me literally almost 2 full days to watch 6 movies. So no, not yet. Long story short, not yet. I'm going to eventually, but actually probably pretty soon. I can't think of anything else right now that's like that's right there making me want. I tried to watch the first episode of Hawkeye. I just hate the character. Like, I cannot get into that character at all.
Yeah, I'm not really fun. I mean, it's too bad, honestly. I want to like him. I just don't.
It's just so boring. And I watched the first episode. I half watched. I was doing something else and I had it playing. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention. Didn't really see what's going on. But I just don't care. Like, I have zero desire to watch that TV show. I might eventually if somebody says it gets amazing. All right, I'll give it a shot. But right now, nah.
Haven't started yet. I'm still on my Wheel of Time high.
Yeah, see, Wheel of Time's the only thing that's really got me right now. And it's 1 episode a week, so it gives me a chance to watch it 7 times before the next one comes out.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Same deal.
That's hilarious.
I'm watching Marvel's Hit Monkey at the moment, which is just fun and dumb.
Hit Monkey?
Yeah, it's like what if a monkey became a hitman and went on a revenge spree?
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's pretty good.
That's hilarious.
I'm enjoying it.
It
Oh,
sounds like Rats of Nim.
Yeah, exactly. Shelly, I have played the Wheel of Time D20 RPG, and it was a ton of fun. Ace
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've
actually
seen
ran
it
us
too.
through it, Mike.
I don't know who that is.
It introduced me to one of my favorite weapons that I wish I could use again and use more effectively. It's the sword breaker. So it's like a short sword with the slashes cut
Yeah.
into it.
With notches. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that was a really cool idea. I don't think my character ever used it effectively. So,
Well, Shelly and Cowart, thank you for joining us in the chat. If I'm missing somebody, I don't see anybody immediately in the stream. But if you're out there, thank you for joining us. We will pick this up in a week, next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Non-Daylight Savings Time.
all right. Have a good
Daylight
one, everybody.
spending's time.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night.